Someone asked Jinger Duggar if she'd be interested in returning to reality TV. Her answer totally makes sense. Jinger Duggar of 19 Kids and Counting fame started on reality television more than 2 decades ago with her family's first documentary, and spent many years in front of the cameras. That changed after charges were filed against her brother, Josh Duggar, for child pornography. Now, nearly 4 years after Counting On was cancelled as the 19 Kids and Counting spin-off, Jinger weighed in on whether she'd want to return to reality television, and I can't say I blame her for her response. Vuolo, now 31, spent many years of her youth in front of a camera along with much of the rest of her family. She has since moved on from the lifestyle of 19 Kids and Counting, which involved literally moving to California and starting to wear pants. A mom of 2, she revealed on the Jinger and Jeremy podcast where she stands on a return to reality TV. Ginger's last regular appearances on reality television were as part of the 11 seasons of Counting On, which launched in late 2015 after 19 Kids and Counting was cancelled earlier that year in the wake of the allegations against Josh Duggar for child molestation. Counting On was then cancelled in 2021 ahead of Josh Duggar's trial, with TLC releasing a statement that the network felt it is important to give the Duggar family the opportunity to address their situation privately. With how much of her life that she spent in the spotlight, what her family went through with Josh's eventual conviction, and her later comments on the disturbing, religious environment of her youth, I can't say that I blame Jinger for wanting to stay away from aspects of reality television that she doesn't miss. That's not to say that she only had bad memories of her TLC years, though, as she went on to say, even if Jinger did want to return to reality television with her family, they wouldn't be able to just pick up where they left off with the same team behind the scenes. Her sister Jessa has debunked rumors of a falling out, but the siblings just live different lives now. Plus, it wasn't that long ago that Jinger shared that it was hard and scary to speak up about her life in the 19 Kids and Counting household. All in all, Jinger Duggar seems content with the life she's built with husband Jeremy and the 2 kids without having it broadcast as a reality show. If she does ever come back to the sphere of reality TV, fans just shouldn't count on a repeat of 19 Kids and Counting or Counting On. Jinger Duggar reveals what she misses about appearing on reality TV and discusses if she would film another reality show. Jinger Duggar has lived her life off of TV for more than 3 years now, but the former TLC star revealed this week whether or not she would consider turning to the reality TV world, with or without her very famous family. As fans of the Duggars know, Jinger and her family starred on 19 Kids and Counting for years before going on to appear with most of the Duggar family on Counting On until the series was cancelled in 2021. Jinger and her husband Jeremy now live in California with their children, with the couple only making occasional visits to Ginger's family home in Arkansas for Duggar weddings and other events. The pair also share vlogs and host a podcast cleverly titled The Jinger and Jeremy Podcast, where they keep fans updated on their lives and discuss various topics, including their time on reality TV. On this week's episode of the podcast, Jinger opened up about the years she spent growing up in front of the camera, noting that it wasn't just the show's viewers who got to watch her and her siblings grow up on TV, but also the people behind the scenes. Crew members that were there, they saw us grow up and change, she said, mentioning the show's producer and director Scott Enlow, who Jinger said was there from day one. They have seen all of the stages of you developing as a person, going from the age of 10 to 27, where you were just a kid, careless, then you start to become a teenager, she continued. You're walking through that stage, you're super awkward, then you go up to where you're meeting your spouse and then you fall in love, you get married, then you have kids, you move away, all those things. I feel like they were just a huge part of our life, she said of the film crew, admitting that not having him around is something she misses about being on reality TV. Jinger said she also has fond memories of things like going on vacations and doing promotional photo shoots for the TLC series, but realizes there's definitely a downside to appearing on reality TV, as well. When you think about the reality side of things, you're opening up your life, they're in your space every day, she said. That's a different vibe, and so I don't know if I would go back to the reality TV side of things. When asked by her husband if she would ever consider giving reality TV another go, Jinger said she believes those days are truly behind her. I don't think I would do another one, and when I say that, there are days where you feel like you miss some aspects of it, Jinger said, noting that it was such a big part of her life for so long. It's what I knew, It's what I did and it's just strange not having it there anymore. It's kind of weird. So, sometimes it feels like, okay, if that was there, life would feel more normal, she continued. At the same time, 4 years removed from it, I think that it's also a different pace of life and just being able to live your life and not think twice about it. I think that's also a good change. Watch the latest episode of the Ginger and Jeremy podcast below. And, no, there are no explanations as to why Ginger is making this face and or why Jeremy is mean mugging about meeting the 90 Day Fiancé cast.